Welcome back, MHD TV. My name is Lexus, aka Lex, aka LA, and I have a lovely guest here with me today, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Jane.
Give us a little bit about Jane.
Well, Jane is, I work for an urban school district. I took on a new position this year. I'm called a coordinator of special education, which is where I chair special education meetings, where I either determine special education eligibility for children who may have a disability or continue services. And I live in Milford, Mass.
You are amazing.
Thank you.
Rise and shine, it's affirmation time. So to your right, there's a card, there's questions on the back, and there's affirmations on the front. Read your affirmation.
Oh, good Lord. Thank God I have my glasses. Going blind in my old age. What is a recent mistake I've made? How did I forgive myself? Oh, man. I feel like, to be honest with you, I make so many mistakes. To put my finger on one is not, I can't. Because I think as humans we're to human. To forgive myself is by learning from my mistakes. So one of the best pieces of advice that my father gave me was that he gave me his best friend and him. My dad passed before his best friend, and at his wake, they made a pact that whoever passed first, they would give their children 3 pieces of advice. And one of the pieces of advice was learn from your mistakes. So I feel like whenever I do make a mistake, I'm very reflective, I'm very aware, and I make sure that I do learn from them. And not saying I don't make the same mistake twice,
right?
Because it happens, but I do really try to take the time and learn from my mistakes.
And mistakes only make us better.
I
Like
agree.
success wouldn't be worth it if we didn't make those mistakes along the way to say, hey, we went through X, Y, and Z, but we're here.
I agree.
We're here.
I couldn't agree more.
And then we can teach those who come after us, hey, I did this, it didn't work. Don't go down that path, go down this path, and you can save other people lots of time too. Will you read your affirmation on the back?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. I accept my flaws. Oh, yes, I do. And I own them.
And I own them. I can do this. Yes, I can. All right. Are you ready to get into our questions?
I am.
Okay. What does beauty mean to you? In what ways are you beautiful?
Beauty means to me, it's so funny because we were just talking about this off camera. So beauty to me is it's not about looks, it's about what the person is as a whole. So when I meet a person, it's, I don't want to say I judge them because that's such a strong word. I feel that when I meet somebody, I really do take it upon myself to truly get to know them.
Right.
And that makes, for me to understand who they are as a whole person, and that makes me understand how wonderful they are as a human being. So that to me is, beauty, is getting to really understand and know people as a whole.
I agree with you. I think as we were younger, we all kind of judged people and ourselves based off how beautiful they were or how they presented themselves in like fashion and what clothes they were wearing and X, Y, and Z. But when you get older, that does not last. Beauty doesn't last. Personality will last forever. True friendship, love, that's the stuff that's going to last.
I agree.
There's a second part to your question. In what ways are you beautiful?
I feel that it's so funny. I feel like with me, what you see is what you get. They have that phrase, black and white. I'm a very black and white person. There's no gray with me. It's, and I just feel that, I always try to be true to myself. Therefore, I always try to be true to other people. Like, I don't put on a facade. I have this conversation a lot with my husband, who is considered uneducated by society. So by that I mean uneducated by he doesn't have a college degree. I have a dual master's degree. Does a piece of paper make me better than anybody else? And I think that people really need to understand that kindness and inner beauty and just being a wonderful person will get you far in life. And I think that people sometimes need to take a step back to take the blinders off and take a broader look at, what's going on around them. And I think that is what makes me me. And I do try to do that. I have 2 boys, and one's heading off to college, and actually when his yearbook, I bought an ad to support the yearbook, like every parent does. And I was like, one of the pieces of that write-up was, a piece of paper doesn't make you better than anybody else. Please remember that.
Yes.
Because I think that people get carried away with thinking they're better than everybody.
I agree.
And you can't be that way.
I think COVID, honestly, really showed a lot of people that your title is just a title and can be taken from you at any point. So treat people how you want to be treated no matter where you are. If you're the janitor, if you're the CEO, it shouldn't matter. You should be treating people how you want to be treated.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. I mean, that is just, if working in a school building and in a school district, I treat the custodian the same way that I treat the principal.
Same.
It's really important to understand that, everybody has a value. Everybody has a value.
I try to put my feet in other people's shoes, and if I was that person, how would I want to be treated? How would I want to be looked at in all types of life? And I would want to be treated with respect and with love and like a human being.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
I couldn't agree more. I really do. I feel the same way.
All right, let's get on to your next question, because that was awesome. What are 2 things you can do to introduce more joy into your life this week? It's so funny, I had a very hard year at this new job, and to bring joy, I am really taking more time for myself. I'm sleeping in, I'm a little lazy, I started going back to the gym again. I kind of took like a little hiatus because I felt like my mental health was really being impacted. So what I've been doing is I have summers off because I'm that awesome. I get my work done in 10 months in 1 year. I'm just kidding. I do have summers off, but in the district that I work in, our paycheck is extended throughout the year. Yeah,
we have that opportunity.
Same way.
Yeah, a lot of districts do not do that. My district allows that. So I'm pretty grateful for that I'm able to have this downtime to be able to take more time for me and to really focus on my mental health and my well-being, because it really took a really hard hit this year.
Right.
And a lot of people, I think, I can't speak for everybody, but for myself, I never really thought. I thought I was just a very, very strong person, and with the challenge of this new job, and just it really took a hit on my mental health this year, and it impacted me in many, many ways.
Right.
Not just mentally, but I feel like it impacted me physically. Even though I make a really great paycheck, it actually impacted me financially as well. So I think that me being able to reflect on my year, learned from the mistakes that I made this year, and to build on them, and just take time for me to build me back into my old self that I needed to be.
Or maybe not even into your old self, but your new self.
Yeah,
that's
like an
waiting
evolved,
to come.
an evolved me where I feel like maybe just a little bit more awareness of my own mental health issues, and embracing them, recognizing them, and being able to I don't like the word fix, but being able to identify them and get them addressed.
Yes.
More quickly than instead of being in a bit of denial.
And honestly, you are strong. Strong people need help too.
Right.
You can be strong and need help.
And to admit that when you are strong, especially if you have a personality where you don't like accepting help is huge.
It is. How can you help break the stigma behind mental health?
I think having more discussions about it, making people aware, it was so funny, I posted something on my Facebook story, it wasn't a story, it was like on my feed, about mental health, about how making sure that you're a person's safe haven, and if that person tells you that story, to make sure that you don't damage their ability to confide, their ability to confide in you and trust you. And I think that you being not judgmental, you not being trying to fix their problem, but to be that listening ear. Right. I think that you opening up that door, per se, and being able to let them walk in and know that you're always there, I think that that's really important in regards to bringing awareness to mental health.
Yeah, I think the first step, and a lot of us, we're so quick to be like, okay, like we want to give our friend advice and we want to help them, but the first step is really to listen. And sometimes it took a lot of courage and a lot of their ego to just move it out of the way to even come to you and have that type of conversation with you. So if they're not ready for advice yet, give it time. They came to you. They're ready to talk. They're ready for you to listen. Now it's time for you to just wait and listen.
And I think sometimes when you go to give someone advice, you need to remember that, and I don't mean this in a harsh way or a mean way. If somebody, listen, if you solicit my advice, if you say, I need your advice, sure, I'll give it to you. But sometimes if somebody's coming to you with a personal problem like that, we're not qualified to do that. Like, unless I have LISW after my name or a PhD, a doctoral in psychology, I just wouldn't put myself out there. I'd want to listen first, because I think, like what we just talked about, is building that trust, and then it will open up for people to want to open up more and then get that advice from us.
Right, and I think it takes a lot for us to actually be honest and say, I don't have the right advice for you. Like, I have not experienced this to be able to give you this advice to help you succeed in whatever you're going through. And I had a situation with one of my friends where I wanted to help them so badly, but I told them plain and simple, I can't give you this advice because I've never been through this. Go to your mom. Like, genuinely, go to your mom. Like, that's the best piece of advice that I could give to you, because I'm not trying to just guess. Right. And I don't want you to guess either. I want you to get advice that's truly going to help you and help impact your life in a positive way.
Yep. I couldn't agree more. That's great.
All right. Thank you for today. Thank you for being so amazing and telling us about you and supporting us as usual. You are more than welcome to pick out any sticker of your choice, which you can find on our lovely website, along with apparel and a bunch of other amazing things like these artworks behind us, and like this amazing coffee cup that's keeping my coffee perfect. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.